Hello there, I am Elan, and today will be about 20 days that I have started my Booktube channel, so I thought I'd do the Booktube Newbie Tag. Like many other people who have started doing new things because of this year's quarantine, which made us stay at home for months without doing much, I seriously thought about starting a Booktube channel, which is something that I have been thinking about for the last year. So let's get started. The first question: why did you start this channel? Well, mainly because I want to talk about books, obviously. Because there are not many people whom I know in real life who love talking about books or classics specifically. So I sometimes would have an amazing book at hand that I'd finished, and there would be no one who has read it or is interested in reading it and discussing it with me. So I thought maybe Booktube would help me connect to readers who have similar taste in books and are willing to talk about them. Also, here I can share books that I love and the reasons why I love and recommend them. Secondly, is because I love to try my hand at filming and making videos, especially about books. So I thought starting a Booktube channel would be a good way to start. I want to have more skills of filming and editing, and I thought this would be a great way to help me in doing that. So I'll see where will this take me. The second question: what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Well, I wouldn't say unique because there are multiple channels about classics, but the topic is always fun for me to watch and see other people have discussions about books that I love. So I hope these videos in this channel will also be fun to some people who watch it. Question number 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? So, like I said earlier, I am most excited about meeting new friends and readers to talk about books, also to discover new genres, new authors, and in general have bookish talks and discussions. But I'm also excited about seeing where this endeavor will take me as a reader and as a person, for it requires a lot of effort and skills to make videos. So, yeah. Next question. Why do you love reading? For classics, I love reading because I love the beautiful language with which authors write their books. I am fascinated again and again by the power of words and beautiful writings, and the display of human emotions and thoughts that are in classic books. It literally feels like food to my mind. That is why I love them so much. For other genres, mainly I want to be entertained by a good story. That is why I love reading them. Next questions. What book or series got you into reading, and when did you start reading? So, the first book that I remember reading on my own, I was about 10 years old, and it was a translated edition of King Solomon's Mines, which is, I believe, about some European guys who go on hunting for treasure somewhere in Africa. It was so good, but scary for a 10-year-old. Also, it was full of adventures that it made me love reading books with stories. And I would open and read any book that I could get my hands on thereafter. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? So I have two most favorite booktubers, both whom love classics and both whom inspired me to start my own channel. And they are Katie from Books and Things and Lucy from Lucy the Reader. And my question for them would be, how do you stay motivated for doing what you do and making beautiful videos? And how do you make reviews about books? Because they make beautiful and intelligent reviews about the books that they read, and I am interested to know if it only is their thoughts or if they are studying it or having to, read about some other people's reviews. So I'm interested to know that. Another question, where do you read? So I most oftenly read in my room because it's peaceful and nobody disturbs me there. Because I need concentration sometimes when I read a good classic. So on my bed, and sometimes I like to read on my rocking chair by the window, which also gives a good light and a good spot for reading. This question, what kind of books do you like to read? So, like I said earlier, I love stories, and so I mostly read novels, and from these, I really love the Victorian classics. I'm obsessed with them, and I have to have one on my current reading list, like all the time. I have to have one. Second favorite genre for me is fantasy novels. It doesn't matter which age group they are made for, middle age, YA, fantasy, or adult fantasy. If they have magical creatures in them, if they have magic in them, I am sure to take that book, read it, and enjoy it most of the time. Another genre that I love to read from time to time is historical fictions. I think they are fascinating as well. So, the last question. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So, for now, as I am just starting and learning as I go along the way, there are multiple obstacles. But one big challenge that I knew would be a problem for me once I start is not showing my face. Because if you show your face while talking about anything or any book, the physiognomy of the face, the body language is enough to engage the viewer. But since I don't show my face, I have to come up with ideas about what and how to film books or how to make the video entertaining enough for people to enjoy it. So that is going to be a big challenge for me, and I am not sure if I will change that fact or whether I will continue like this, not showing my face, or I will show my face at some time in the future. I am not sure about that for now. Another challenge is getting to be recognized and seen by the people that I wanted to be friends with here on Booktube. I mean, to have an audience that truly loves what I talk about and are interested in the contents of my videos and are willing to discuss and have conversations with me, which would be a great step if I can achieve that. So goodbye for now, and till we meet again.